well, I guess a little production value never hurt anybody, right? So, what the hell? I've never done anything like a little intro or anything like that before, but what the hell? Here we go. So, this is a little video that I've been planning on making probably for like, I don't know, over a year or so, back when I was doing those Euro shit videos. So, here's a third helping of Euro shit. Absolutely marvelous, marvelous record. This is the Swedish prog jazz, I don't know, group Ragnarok. Their first LP from 1976. This thing is just gorgeous. Original Swedish pressing on silence. If you've never heard this before, you're missing out. This thing is amazing. All right. Ragnarok. Only solo record from Franco Falsini. He of Sensations Fix, who themselves are just absolutely amazing band. This is Naso Fredo, or in English, Cold Nose. Apparently it's a soundtrack. Killer. I mean, you know, if you're into Sensations Fix, then you know you'll have no problem getting into this. Ambient, spacey, killer. Original Italian pressing on Polydor. This is French sort of jazz funk, Latin influenced fusion-y band called Patchwork, and their LP Overtures on Cobra. This is a really good record. This would go great. I've been thinking about doing like a video of records that are undervalued. I think this one would go in there as well. So original on Cobra. You can get these things for like 15, 20 bucks. Really worth it too. Excellent record. Recommended. Patchwork. I think I got like a lot of French fusion-y stuff in here, as a matter of fact. So here's another one. This is on RCA, original French pressing of the second record from Edition Spéciale Alicante. Fabulous, fabulous French jazz rock fusion LP. Again, original French pressing on RCA. This is great. So we're continuing in the same vein. Here's the first LP from Transit Express, another French fusion band. I have, I want to say I have 2 of these guys' records. This is their first. This is an original French pressing, again on RCA. Priglacite, I don't know. Really good though. If you dig fusion, Euro fusion, recommended. I also have their second album called Opus Progressif, which is excellent also. Somehow I got a bunch of French stuff all piled up together here, unintentionally. This is an excellent sort of progressive, ambient, electronic record on, again, on RCA, French pressing, original French pressing by Claude Parodine called Mutation 24. Absolutely excellent. This guy did a lot of work for a French library label called, oh crap, is it Patchwork? Something like that. This is great though. Another French one. This one's on Egg, Patrick Vian, Brits et Temps Analogue. You know, my French is horrible, so I'm sure I slaughtered that. Again, original pressing on Egg. This is a really cool record. A lot of different styles going on here. Some electronic, ambient, some cool guitar stuff. Really cool. Yeah, I can't remember what year. 76 on Egg, original French pressing. This is from 1978, and it's a German band. They only did this one record called Jonathan. This is on Bellaphon. Original German pressing of this. This isn't expensive really either, and it's really good. Ambient electronic German rock from 1978. Jonathan. All right, and then so original Italian pressing of Collage from Les Ormes. I believe this is their second album, or I don't remember, second or third. Anyways, excellent. I love these guys on Philips. I mean, you know what? I take that back. I said this is original. I think this is like an early, maybe like a 1975 repressing or something like that. But just one of the kings of Italian progressive rock and roll, and I love this cover. For whatever reason, it just hits me right. The photograph's great, the poses, their hair. Back to France, I guess. This is an original pressing on Cobra of Urban Sax, their first album. 16 saxophone players, creating a really cool sound. This is from the guy from Lard Free, Gilbert Artman, and this is from 1977 or something like that. They ended up putting out quite a few records. This is the first one. It's great. I love the artwork on this, and I don't know if you can see these sax players with the sort of masks on and stuff. Yeah, so Gilbert Artman, leader, founder of Lard Free, started this as a side project, but then it sort of gained a life of its own. Really, really good. All right, so this is I just showed that Franco Falsini LP. This is also Franco Falsini. This is Sheriff from 1978 or 79. 79. This is an original American pressing on Observatory. This is basically Sensations Fix. It's as I said, Franco Falsini, but also Richard Ursillo, who was also in Sensations Fix, and you can hear it. You can hear it on this. I mean, they call themselves Sheriff, and if you do some reading about it, you know, sometimes gets classified into a more hard rock, but it's not really. I don't think. It could just basically be the last Sensations Fix record but it's really good, as all their stuff are. So thanks to my acquisition of this, which was about, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago, I'm down to just needing one stinking Nucleus record. This is Solar Plexus. Their third? Is it their third? I believe this is their third LP. This is a UK pressing of this on the Spaceship. So probably like a 1974 reissue or whatever. But yeah, I mean, what else can be said about these guys? Freaking great. Jazz funk led by Ian Carr. Who's on this one? John Marshall, Chris Spedding, Carl Jenkins, Brian Smith. I mean, just like a who's who of 70s UK jazz and stuff. Just killer. This is original UK pressing on Durham of Steve Hillage's project, Con, Space Shanty. Excellent, excellent progressive rock LP from these guys. I love this record. Who else plays on this? Dave Stewart from Egg. Original UK pressing. Con. This is a recent reissue on one of my favorite reissue labels, which is Sonor Music Editions. This is an Italian library record from, I want to say 1974, from Augusto Martelli. It's called Black Sound from White People. Really, really good. Funky library Italian library LP from 1974. You know, or as you can imagine, originals of this are ridiculously expensive, but Sonor Music Editions reissued it last year, and I pick up most of their reissues. I've slowed down recently, but yeah, this is great. Original from 75, Landed, Can. Sort of the first album after their amazing period, which I think ended with oh come on, Soon Over Babaluma. But yeah, excellent, you know, German rock from them. Original pressing on Horzu or EMI, Electrola. Yeah, not much more needs to be said about Can. All right, this is a 1975, I believe, reissue of Cluster's first LP. This is retitled Cluster 71 on Sky. Again, I think 75 reissue. Happy to get it. I mean, originals of this are really expensive and hard to come by. I don't think I've ever even seen one. Here's another Italian library reissue. This one from Omni Recording from 2012 of an early 70s library record from Alessandroni, who is extremely notable in the world of Italian soundtracks and library music and so forth. You may or may not know it, but you have heard Alessandroni. He played guitar on much of the iconic Western soundtracks for Morricone, as well as doing the whistling for him. This is entitled Prisma Sonoro. Originals of this are stupidly expensive, and this this reissue now is like getting up to like $100 itself. So I'm glad I got this when it came out. God, I didn't realize how much French fusion-y stuff I pulled, but here's another one. This is the third album from the French jazz rock fusion band Potemkin, Nicholas II from 1970 something. Let me see if I can get a year on here. I'm not sure, probably 77 or 78 or something like that. These guys are really good. This is their third album. They're you know, in the Zool school, I guess. Although by their third album, this one, a lot of those influences are washing away a little bit. It's still there, but not as strongly as on their first couple of records. Again, original French pressing of this on Phaeton. This is just a killer, just a stone cold killer right here. Original German pressing on Sky of Harold Grosskopf's masterpiece, Synthesis. This record is great, from 1980. You know, electronic record, just killer. Highly recommended. I love these guys. This is their first album from 1969. Original UK pressing of Alchemy from the Third Ear Band. You know, sort of, I don't know, neo-classical sort of, you know, interesting instrumentation and just killer. I love this. I have this one, and I also have their soundtrack for Polanski's Macbeth. I still need their third one though, if I'm remembering their chronology correctly. But yeah, great. Second album from UK progressive band Jonesy. This one's called Keeping Up. They put out 3 records in their classic period on Dawn, which is the progressive subsidiary of Pi. Just good, sort of classic UK progressive. Few more. This is an original American pressing on Philips of the Greek hard rock band Socrates on the Wings. Really, really good early 70s hard rock. Their third record, I have their third and their fourth record. The fourth one features Vangelis on it. This one's really good. Really like to get their first 2 one of these days as well. This is the second record from a German progressive band called Satin Whale. It's called Lost Mankind. Really, really good. It's got a lot of jazzy influences as well. When I got this, I ended up liking it a lot more than I thought I would. Yeah, really, really good. This is recommended. This is on Nova. German pressing of this from 1975. Satin Whale's second LP, Lost Mankind. 2 more. This is great. This is a side project of Olaf Kubler and, oh god, what's the other guy's name? Lothar Mead, of course. I don't know, I can forget that. From Amandul 2. This album is called Utopia. I think that this was recorded around the same time as crap. I can't remember now. I think 1970. Wolf. Yeah. Anyways, excellent record from them. This is an original German pressing. Or is it UK? I apologize. This might be the UK pressing. Original UK pressing of this. Last but not least, one of just the stone cold classic. This is the first repressing of Alain Goraguer's amazing soundtrack to La Planète Sauvage. This is great. Everyone needs to hear this. Everyone should see the movie as well. Screenplay was by, or the story was by a guy named Roland Topor, who also wrote the short novel upon which Polanski's film The Tenant was based. I've read that book and I love the film, and yeah, so this has got a lot of things going for it. All right, everybody, thank you, and yeah, we'll see you again some other time.